Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian Report. I'll be a little bit quick today because I've come down with some bug or something or other. My head's a bit fuzzy, but everything seems to be on track. So let's look at the Australian market, China and Hong Kong and so on. For this market here, we were looking for wave 4 to pull back into 6,000. It's done that, and we can look at this moving up here into wave 5. However, we need to gather more evidence as such. Now, the first move down through here so far is down in 3 waves, basically here. Okay, so that's a corrective wave. So what we need to watch, though, that we don't get 5 waves, so that we bounce off here. We'll look at that in a moment, and then move down through to here. Okay, because if we get 5 waves here, then we're going to get an ABC pattern here, and then we're going to get another 5 waves coming down through here. Okay, so that's something that we need to watch. I don't have enough evidence to I can see a bounce coming from here. However, even if it's only 3 waves down, we could end up with a flat pattern as well. So a flat pattern is basically market comes up, it comes down in 3 waves here, and then it will come back up in 3 waves here, back up to the top here, and then have 5 waves down here. So I don't know it's flat because it's basically flat. So an A and a B and a C wave here. So I can get an A and a B and a C out of here. So the first thing we need to watch is that we don't get 5 waves down. And if we do, then we know that we'll get 3 up and then another 5 down. Okay, so there's a few things that we need to figure out first. On the 4-hour chart, it kind of looks a little bit like this here. So you can also take profit, obviously, at the 6,000. So yeah, we can look at this as wave A and B, and then wave C down here for wave 4. But as I mentioned, this could play out as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, wave 3 here, and then a wave 4 coming back up to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, and then come down for wave 5 here, and then move up from here. I don't know just yet. We're not in the clear just yet. So on the 2-hour chart, a little bit more detail. I'll just so this is how I was counting it down, as an A wave to either here or to here, and then wave B, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So 38.2% retracement level is the first thing that we need to look at here, which is here. So that means that this would be okay, we're still going to go to the top of wave 4 here anyway. Wave 4 and that there. So the other point here too is that we need strategy as well. So what we can do is we can look to go short here as well. It may not go very far, but we need to be on the right side at the right time. So in this way, this is moved down, it's retesting the 6,000. So if it breaches at this time, well, then you can be short at that point and work that lower, just in case this leg here becomes 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we just need strategy, that's all. On the 1-hour chart, this is what we're looking at here. So it's possible this low is in place. I don't have an impulse wave up here yet. An impulse wave is 5 waves. So if we do get 5 waves up, then we can look to move into that. But at the same time, we can just get an A and a B and a C wave to roughly around here for this, and then we could end up moving down here with this as wave 4 here. So I just don't know that yet, if we've got wave 3 or the low in place here. If we were sitting above here, then then we can trade higher from that point. So if Friday starts to become the bounce, well then of course move into it, and one of the first things we would look for would be support on top of group 1 here, the 60-30, because a nice tested support on that will get you up to 50, and then day traders would get out, wait, and if 50 became the support, then you would move back in. So it's basically stepping to the upside with all of this. The other little resistance in here is that is this little area here, the 60-20. That's the 50-60% retracement level from that high to that low. So if it was going to move down, then this is where it would fail. Also can't draw on this side on the tick chart, but into here and then down again here. So if it moved just to here and then locked under the 6,000 here, then look to go short. Okay, but you need that as a retested resistance. You can probably move up into that space here for that. The other markets around the place, the Nifty here, from its top, we were looking for a move down, and in this particular case here, we have 5 waves down here. It's a bit tricky to see that, but so 1 and 2 here, and then this is all the 3rd wave here, the 4th wave and the 5th wave here. So in this case, we can look for a retracement area in amongst here. Because it's 5 waves, we have to, whoopsie daisy, because it's 5 waves, we have to look at it being a corrective rally into this space, and then giving us another 5 down here. Okay, so this is one of the reasons that we can sort of trade to the upside a little bit. The China market, we've got to, with this one here, we know that as we've mentioned many times, wave 3 here, an A wave and a B wave, and we're looking down for a C wave in 5 waves as 1 and 2, and 3 is fine. I wasn't sure if this is wave 4 here and wave 5 here, and that's the low, and then we have this up as wave 1, an A and a B and a C back for wave 2, and then we move up into wave 3. I don't know that, or this is wave 3 here, and we have an A and a B and a C wave for wave 4, and we come down to the 11,500. So we had a short trade trigger on this space here, so that stop can be brought down just above the 12,500. Don't put stops on whole numbers, and they need to be above that. So let's see what happens there. This is the same for the Hang Seng as well. It's triggered a short trade to the downside. We could probably bring that stop down here a little bit too, to that high here, that next high. Let's just do that now, down into there. And let's just see if this drifts down further from here. And also the Nikkei as well. The Nikkei also appears to have 5 waves down through here as well. So we'd be looking much the same here as an A and a B and a C wave here, and then down from that point. So, you know, the Australian market can rally up to, you know, while these are going on in Asia here, we can look at that wave 4 being approached here, this wave 4 for the Australian market here. So coming back up into this space here is likely, and the oil market is weak. We've got a top in the oil market. We'll see gold push up. Nickel's still strong. We'll see a rally in iron ore. That will also help this push up here a little bit. And maybe the banks will turn up off their lows as well. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.